there was a tipping point to my critical thought and analysis of where I am. On my own, unexpectedly, April 2019, meeting up with Jax, friend of mine, Jackson, someone with them. And Jax had told me early before that, don't bring up this other person during our time together. So I called Jax maybe a week or so later, and I said, well, why couldn't I bring up this person? And it shocked Jax. It was in that moment a recognition of, wow, there's something here that is very much about control of what a person can talk about. And it was my first moment of recognizing that parts of my relationships in general were starting to be torn apart by these kind of actions, by at least we have it better than them kind of thing. But it leads to creating these boundaries of what you share and what you can talk about, but in an aspect where you have to actually talk about it before you see someone or be around someone. And I think that's what happened there. So let's move from this to how exactly Jax and I got closer. It's because we were in a space where we wanted to be vulnerable with a confidence to share. And a confidence to share without feeling like we're going to be pushed down for having that vulnerability involved in our connection. Or feel like we have to create a relationship distance from our old ones. That wasn't the point of any relationship. So in August, well, I should say this beforehand. Before I was involved with Jax, I was told by my grandmother when we were talking one time in the kitchen, I still remember this. Oh, Jax is going to break up with you and go back to a girl. That's it. That's all, you know. And I was like, okay, well, why are you telling me this when we aren't together? Let me know what makes you want to say this. What makes you want to say this? Again, what makes you want to say this? Constantly, and not getting any answer except a badgering, upset look right back at me. Basically, that at least we have it better than them syndrome came out the closet so hard about how my family feels about anybody who's in the LGBTQI community. The disgust is huge. And I brought Jax when I was a friend around them. So that disgusts me even more. Ugh. When we were friends. So a disgusting thing nonetheless. And we move on to August. It continues. When Jax's ex called on the phone and nosedived into, my last relationship was horrible, and at least it's better than that. At least we're not hitting each other. The horribleness of hearing that just by itself, and the immortality of the messages I've been getting in the last year or so, because I got away from people that treated my relationship just like those two people that I just brought up dealt with the people that they said they loved. So anybody out there, Richard the Clown, Danny Lepo, your names, I know them. They're living in the at least we have it better than them syndrome. I'm zooming out. Because I see how happy you are for having to disrespect me in my relationship when I'm not disrespecting yours. You gave me these truths. Everybody gave me these truths to hold on to. It's self-evident. But I recognize how horrible treatment I was given for those truths. Because I had to live with them. I had to live with keeping any sexual relations previously from family members that told me to just keep that information to myself. Okay? And also anybody that had any family members before that nobody else in the family needs to know about. Keep that quiet. And then finally, I knew that my brother laughed a certain way, but I didn't talk to this person about it, even though that's my husband. So pretty much at that point, point blank, I blew up. I blew like I did in previous times, but instead of getting angry, I just got so separated from myself because I spent so much time thinking that we weren't living in the "at least we have it better than them" syndrome. But in reality, that's all it is. So enjoy your lives, everybody out there. And know that I started at a point to question because I felt like it was my interest to want to know what's happening in someone's life, why they're telling me to do certain things, and really be inquisitive about those and find a solution for myself too, to get away from that kind of bullcrap that comes anybody's way. Love you.